Hello everyone, welcome to the Northern Tarot. My name is Andy. Today I will do the reading for the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th of November 2022. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Now, the energies of this month and next month until the 12th of January, it's gonna be about you coming to terms with things. Or in other words, fixing the truth and dealing with the truth, speaking the truth. And for that reasons, we cannot ignore any red flags in our lives. We cannot ignore any even slightest feelings that you uncomfortable with. Everything needs to be taken into account because everything will add up eventually and break out, and we don't want to waste time and effort and um, and then we realize that we don't use and apply our knowledge into making life better. Okay, now the moon is crossing Pisces at the moment, and it will stay until the 4th, the 5th, around the 5th, and then it comes to Aries on the 6th. Now, the moon in Pisces and Jupiter and Neptune is retrograding at the same time, and they trying to meet each other to upgrade, speed up your spiritual level. That also means that the next 2 days you're gonna be very intuitive. That also means that there will be a lot of voices coming into your head. That is your higher self trying to guide you, especially if you in confusions of things. Okay, so that's the general idea, what the universe trying to help us. However, in real life, the easiest ways to remember how to utilize this energy is we will have to strip off all the excuses and only deal with the feelings you have. So any feelings you have, good or bad, positive or negative, if you are really responsible person to yourself, now this is the time for you to ask and figure out what directly caused that feeling. If you can see the direct reasons, causes to your feelings without excuses, because we tend to say, oh, okay, because we don't have things, we don't have people, we don't have this, we don't have that, but that's not the direct causes to how you feel. Now the direct causes is, for example, okay, let's say that we are stuck with the situation. So that is the general picture. So the general pictures has to be dealt by the general visions on the same scale. But your feeling right now or in the couple of days, it might be caused by something else. That is very small details. For example, something happened unexpected within the bad situations already. So we need to learn how to explain, make things explicit. Sorry, explicit things, to know that we can solve the problems when we can categorize it into what's relevant and what not, because of the time being is different from what you felt before. So the feeling might change. So that's why I say we cannot ignore, especially when the moon's in Pisces. Is even makes you feel more that way sensitive toward the details. So this is actually very important steps for you to figure out what is that matters to you, so you can figure out the bigger picture later on when the energy shift into it's like the new development, right? The theme's gonna be quite stable, and And also remember, because Mars only starts retrograding, so the effect could be stronger. So, and then it will get settled, and then you get adapted to it, and then start to change things and getting along with the new moves of your life. Okay. And when it comes to the end of the retrograde, the similar feelings will be stirred up again for you to double check the facts of your life. Now let's go to the cards, and we will figure out what spirits have for us in the next 3 days. Let's go. Okay, so as usual, we'll go to the Oracle card first to see what we have for the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th, November 2022. 4th, 5th, the 6th. Let's see what is the blessings for Sagittarius. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel to help it grow. If you already here and want to donate, please find the donate button in the description box. The first card jump out already. Now let's see what we have. I am presence number 44. Expand your stellar gateway. I am that I am. Okay, so now this card is actually saying this. It's actually quite interesting. Now, this is the time that you need to know how to save your energy. Don't waste your energies on your problems. Focus on figure out what is that means to you, what is that makes you happy, what is that you want to become to. These are all the manifestations and plans and roadmaps had been installed into your head, the crown chakra, the core, where you store or assess your information. This is nothing to do with your 3D world brain, right? So that's why spiritual and intuitions are really, really important if you really pay attention to these things that you always have that craving for. And this is the time that the new foundation is coming in. That I can see the divine soulmate, or the it doesn't need to be divine soulmate, but it's like your soulmates or your soul tribe families are being sent to you. However, to allow yourself to get out there and like enjoy all these opportunities, you need to free yourself by freeing your mind. And how you can free your mind, I already explained in many readings recently. But here, this is, you are at your presence, you have to remember that. So there's nothing to deal with things that happened to you already, and there's not, and only there are things that coming your way that you need to focus on. The more you focus on things that had been removed or stopped, it's just simply that because you passed that chapter, then you will see how you're gonna discover the thing that you would never imagined about, especially with yourself. So this is the actually, spirits actually encourage you to move forward with your plan. Create something in your mind using your creativity to do something. Let's start with the small things. It will lead you to somewhere. Don't try to make sure that if you do this you will get this, because it doesn't work like that, because that's the control issue. So now if you learn how to trust the process and also yourself, it's time to practice it, right? But I can see that people still struggle because you have learned things but you not apply it into your life. And this is very common. and it's really difficult to blame anyone, because this is the qualities that we train, the quality, the insight about things that everyone has different abilities of perceiving life. So we don't have the unique formula, the common formula for everyone's, but we have the principle, not foundation. Sorry, we have some criteria about what it looks like, and then we see the example of other people, how they did it, and we make it our own ways, and that's the only way that you're gonna become the magician, so you can free yourself. So if you actually jeopardize at the moment, this card 32, Cosmic Ruby, be a peace ambassador, practice cosmic mastery. Now, do you believe what I've just said? I actually didn't see the cards because I was busy speaking, and when I'm speaking, I don't know, but the information just run like that. Um, what we were talking about here is you stepping into changes. 32 is changes too, but because you still not master the control of your own abilities. So it's like you if you resonate with these stories, this energy, then you will understand how it feels like. It's exactly like someone uh, just graduated, but the work is still very new. So we would find it a little bit awkward and clumsy how to make things, because you got the visions of how the products come out, how fine it can be, how fine it look like, but because you still new into the things, so that's why people still struggle to figure out what is that matters the most of that time. Remember, not everything matters all the times. It depends on the time being where you are at. So we just have to learn how to start utilizing, because when you actually utilizing the resource of something is a skill, it needs intelligence. Think about what you've got, think about what left for you, think about what you can make out of it, how are you being inventive at that, because I'm pretty sure with you that everyone has the path, has the door. Now, I think that's enough to talk about how we deal with things. Now let's go and see the shadow, to see what spirits want us to think about. Shadow. This energy is actually designed for people who have to really trust themselves and break out, and this is exactly the awakening is about. And this is a very good time for you to focus on awakening. Now, number 10, colorless angels, still the same. Now this is about the people coming to an end of everything already. Everything's brand new start right tomorrow when you choose to open your eyes. It's like the Eight of Swords here. This is the challenge yesterday, and it's still here. So this is about awakening coming toward you. It's still that theme. I can feel it strongly. This is Spirit trying to encourage people to say that you are strong enough. You have been given enough training. It's time to step up for yourself, bounce back to life, and start to create something, because because obviously, as long as you're here, you meant for a task, um, and because you are in the healer groups, and that is your final, the the supreme honor for everyone. is to go and heal. But that's why you need to learn how to heal in the right way. That's why all the bad things happen to you, to teach you that you were too spontaneous, you didn't take the responsibility properly, you act without thinking, you don't use your wisdom, you misbehaved. I'm sure that you have misbehaved to some extent, that things start to crumble. But trust me, it wasn't your fault or anyone's fault. It just simply is how the process of teaching, and this is the universe is actually interfere when things being stopped and the tower moments created. By understand that, if you want to remove your tower moments, you have to really trust. For example, at least trust what I'm saying and do it, because these things is not are not recorded in book, and these things are not that easy for anyone to spot out in life. Okay, so now that is the shadow, right? We need to stop, looking down, feeling positive, looking to the dead end road, because you are, that's why you stuck. That is in your mind actually. Okay, now let's come to the love, relationship, romance. Let's see what we have. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. Well, this is for the people who met someone. If you met someone interesting, someone you feel something, then it's worth getting to get to know each other. Take time to get to know each other. If you're already awakened, you will know who's your partner. Definitely, like as bright as day. No need to even say anything. Okay, now let's go to the tarot. This is the main part of the reading today. Let's see what we have. Now, the first card for you is the Ten of Wands. Wow, this is great. So there will be the new next awakening Sagittarius gonna join the club, right? So if you talk to the people who are awakened like Royal Sagittarius, Dennis, Starchild, you will understand. We actually start enjoying doing things already, but we kind of like do the timing, waiting for everyone to be there together so we can celebrate right on the season of Sagittarius. So hurry up, you can make it. So 10 of Wands, things finally being released. That's all I can say. If you remember, it was the card of the outcome yesterday. It's coming. So awakening is about to take place. The challenge is the King of Wands. The challenge here is actually about yourself. How you being wise. I don't say intelligence, being wise. To kind of like, change and transform all that very once hurtful negative energies into something positive and something flaming. That is when you transform and rise up like a phoenix from the ashes. So that is the challenge for you. Basically, it's the awakening. No more, no less. Based on these energies of the universe, I'm pretty sure with you this weekend's gonna be quite, the air at night can be quite holy. You can feel it. If you didn't pay attention to all these details before, now this time, pay attention, especially in the evening. Okay, now let's see the next card. We have the Emperor. The Emperor here is in reverse energies. It's actually number 4. And the reverse energies, so it's like the foundations, the thing that you try to hold on is kind of like, it's been fading, but suddenly you realize that it's gone. That's how the energy feels like. So you facing the truth that things had been gone. That's why you feel the release of energy. I mean, this acceptance is by wisdom, not by just saying, but the mind still resists. So you actually synchronize with your mind. And the Three of Swords. Wow. The Three of Swords here is saying that when you're accepting the losses, not accepting the losses, but seeing the draining out of foundations. There's a heartbreak here, the heartache. This is the heartache. Now, I don't say about relationship that you break up with someone. You could have broken up with someone before already, right? It doesn't matter. But this is the process of releasing things. So the heartache will come back to you for a couple of days, but remember it's gonna be temporary because it's the moon in Pisces. So you're gonna feel it that way. You gonna kind of like revise all the hurt, the heartaches, to see if it's less than before or at what level it is now, to show how meaningful it was to you. Once you can complete that contrast of the pain and realize the pain now wasn't as much as before anymore, you suddenly say, oh, hang on. So it wasn't that bad. It wasn't something worth the misery for that long. So suddenly you realize you was an idiot. Sorry guys, but it's just the way I'm talking, because if I talked with you face to face, I would just say the same thing anyway. No offense, but the truth is the truth. As I say, Mars retrograde, we will have to say what is the bare truth. And that is what's really healthy and needed. And we should keep doing it from now on until the end of our life. This life. Let's see what's coming toward you. What coming toward you is, wow, the Four of Wands, the past life relationship. Now guys, this reading is the confirmations of the awakening number 8 that I did on Tuesdays. So if you want to compare, because this is like the added information to that reading, please watch the reading of awakening number 8 again, because as long as you know and learned how to not let things like that, Three of Swords here, to hurt you, because it wasn't the point. Your feeling, the feeling you recorded is simply the experience of emotion. It's no more, no less. Because you now realize that you are the one who jeopardized yourself, and it's time to let go so you can be yourself here the new version of yourself. Just when you're doing that, and this forecast is about awakening, you will receive the new foundations. Four of Wands here is not just about the divine soulmate or past life relationship. This is also about the new foundation for you. That's why you have to release things. The sooner you do it, the sooner you receive the new materials to do something. Okay, now the Ten of Wands. Let's clarify this. The Ten of Wands clarified by the Hangman. So your stagnation, your waiting time is about to over, and it will be over faster than you thought. It's simply because you realize that it's all in your mind. No one at this time would be allowed to come and stop you, or how I say, to hurt you. This is all you and yourself only. Even you might feel lonely. The Emperor here is clarified by the Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups here is actually about the love that allow you to heal the Three of Swords. So, by leaving things that do not belong to you anymore, because of course you don't have choice anyway. If you're in that situation, you will get healed. You will be rewarded with the new love, with the new life. The Ace of Cups is also about new beginning, new start. It's like new mentality. Rather, that don't think about, start a new life, like building a new house or changing a new job. It's new mentality, because the new mentality will allow you to live a new life. You cannot live a new life with the new money. Does it make sense? Because money can buy exactly the same things every life. Doesn't matter which life you live. Now the Three of Swords. Let's see what we have. Three of Swords here is, wow, see, the Strength card is clarified by the Strength card. So as long as you can finally give yourself closures about everything that you have learned, and opening your arms and your mind toward new things, new life, new blessings, by going through awakening, which is the King of Wands, then you will see the love comes to you and the new life opening for you. So the King of Wands we have, let's clarify the King of Wands. The King of Wands here is actually about awakening, how you get back that fire in you. Two of Swords. It's exactly on time when the moon in Pisces. That's why the Two of Swords is here. The Two of Swords simply says this is your higher self. So your higher self really pushing you right now. They urging you. You need to figure out how to remove or cut things off 100%. Genuinely cutting off something that nothing can bother you anymore, even the heartbreak. But that's why the heartbreak will come back. Sorry, not the heartbreak, the heartache. Because heartbreak is when it's recently happened, but when it happened already and now it comes back for you to use the strength. The strength here actually all the skills of the warrior that you have trained. When you start applying it and don't allow it to hurt you anymore, you will be awakened. That's why the Two of Swords is here. Okay, so the last card, the Four of Wands, we don't need to clarify. Definitely that for some of you, things will come very fast. This is like the Chariot energy rushing into your life, because they've been, you know, like waiting outside of your door, but because of the house is too grumpy, that your house too busy. There's no space for new things to come in, especially your heart. Wow, the Knight of Pentacles. Again, you know, another reading I would say bingo for people. Awakening, nothing better than that. Accepting of losses, dealing with the heart, getting the healing here, getting awakened, and this Knight of Pentacles, it is the one that you were with before, and they come back just in time to raise you up, to compensate all the losses, all the pains, and then you would be very, very happy on the top of the world. Okay, guys, so before we go, one question, yes and no. If you have the questions, then be ready. If you not yet have a question, you can pause the video and ask the question, yes and no only. Now, and hear the answer. Wait. Okay, I don't know what you're asking, but you should wait until you sort out yourself. And then you will see things clearer. Okay? This is all I've got for you guys on the for the next 3 days, for the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th November. If you like what I'm doing, please like, share the video, and subscribe to my channel to help it grow. Please like the video, because I think the recommendations it being kind of like too low recently, so I don't see many people can see my video yet. But this information is actually very useful for people right now, because I'm sure a lot of people need the awakening. Okay, guys, if you want to donate, please find the donate button in the description box, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and bye bye.